Here she comes. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about a pretty rare species in the hobby, which is Homoeomma chilensis, formerly Euthalus species red. So I am actually fortunate enough to have two female specimens. One is a little bit younger of a female, probably just reaching maturity, and the other one I have is possibly older than me, which we're going to talk a little bit more about. However, I did want to do this video right, and I've got to admit I'm not the most scientific person ever, but you know who is? My friend Martin.
So watch out, fellow TCAT viewers, some new information regarding Homoeomma chilensis, science-wise and natural history data straight out of Switzerland. So Homoeomma chilensis is a very recently described tarantula, despite the fact that it's exported for well over 15 years from Chile as an undescribed tarantula under the name like Euthalus species red or Euthalus species flame. Homoeomma chilensis has a sister species which is completely vanished from the hobby, so Homoeomma orellanae, which has a yellow coloration instead of the red one H. chilensis have, it's a uniquely colored tarantula species from Chile, and if you know someone who has one, make sure that you breed them within the United States so you can get captive breeding going on for this very genus. So living in a forest area, it builds kind of web tunnels underneath rocks, and as a fun fact, we found an adult female together living with a smaller juvenile specimen, so yeah. They kind of watch out after they hatch from the egg sac for quite some time and, let's say, just tolerate each other under the same rock. So H. chilensis is native to the O'Higgins province in the country of Chile. They live in the region where there is a hot summer Mediterranean climate. That means the average temperature is around 32 degrees Fahrenheit all year round, but they have like colder winter months, but below 64 degrees Fahrenheit in their coolest months. So these are just the values from the region itself, so make sure that you actually keep the tarantula between 22 and 24 degrees Celsius. That's one for you to calculate over there. In the very same region, we also found an Euthalus species without any name, so maybe it's a new one, maybe not. But this Euthalus species was like 2 rocks away from this Homoeomma chilensis we found in Chile, so they kind of live in the very same habitat. There is not much known about Chilean tarantulas in a scientific way, so there are almost no recent taxonomic studies despite the recent Homoeomma study, so let's just hope for more Chilean arachnologists working on their very own taxa they have in the country of Chile. That was it from my end. I hope you enjoyed and continue watching the video, and maybe just check out our channel we have, Birds by the CH. Would be fun to have you on our end as well.
Thank you so much, Martin, for all of that information. And now I kind of have a little bit more of an idea of what I want to go for when I recreate her enclosure. Now, the reason why I want to redo her enclosure is because I actually didn't put it together, but the friend that I purchased her from did. I purchased her about 3 years ago from an old high school friend who happened to have her for about 11 or 12 years, which means that we can confidently say she is at least about 15 years old. But here's the thing. He actually got her as an adult. And if you know anything about this species, is that they grow very slowly and they start out very small. Now, it's literally impossible to calculate just from a specimen how old they are, because growth rates really are dependent on how warm they are, how much they're eating. And some even say it depends on if they're male or female, because males will tend to mature before a female. But if I had to take a guess how long it takes a female Homoeomma chilensis to mature, I would guess over 10 years. They grow so slow and they start off so small. It's just a possibility that this girl could actually be in like her mid-20s or late 20s like me. She's still going strong, and yeah, I just think she deserves a new enclosure. I think she deserves an updated enclosure. So we're gonna give it to her today and get a little bit of a closer look. What the enclosure my friend put together for her looks like, and this is just what I've left her in all these years. I really want to give her just a little bit more. Even though she's very old, she's still very active. She climbs around all the time. Now you will see that she is actually hiding. She's hiding right back there. That is kind of the spot she likes to hide. But we're gonna give her some live plants, some new substrate, and make this even better for her. And I think she's gonna really love exploring it. to move, she will not move. But as you see, she will just walk right on out onto your hand and not even think about it. Also, you see how calm she is and how sweet she is? This is almost every H. Chileansis disposition. Of course, some of them are going to be a little bit spicy for no reason. That's just the way it is. It's going to depend between specimen and specimen. But out of the two that I have, they're both exactly the same. They're both extremely sweet. Once they come out, they just will chill. If I open their enclosure, sometimes they'll just walk right out onto my hand. The only thing is that they're very difficult to breed and they're very difficult to find, and they grow really slow. They're also from Chile, which, you know, happened to close their borders. You can't export from there anymore. I actually was recently in contact with somebody who has a mature male, and I'm not sure how well she would be receptive to a male, but I do have another younger female that might be interested. So that is a possibility, but not something I'm going to get my hopes up because it's just so difficult. I'm going to put her in this cup and we are going to give her a really nice, beautiful enclosure because she absolutely deserves one. She's such an old lady. And now that we have a little bit better idea of what their habitat looks like, I want to give her just a little something more interesting, especially because I know this girl likes to come out and climb around and explore, and I think a change of scenery will be actually really nice for her. All right, so we are gonna very carefully try to get her in this cup. Now I am actually going to leave, oh, gross. Good thing we cleaned this out because I found some really gross old fungus or mold. So yeah, even though I'm not a huge fan of these backgrounds because they're kind of ugly, she will use it and climb on it, so I'm not gonna get rid of it. That was Eco Earth. This is Reptiles. So I actually have this frog moss and it will grow if you water it. And I do want to use some more golden pothos. So I used this in my other rehousing and I really like how it's working out. So we're gonna use some more for her. Here's another really nice piece. Put it right behind it. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. There we go. That should be really good. Yeah. And then she does like her cork to climb on and her piece of wood. So we will put this back in. Just got to figure out how. Ooh, yeah. She really likes to climb. She doesn't like to dig. She likes to climb. This is her favorite piece of wood. So we will leave it in here and we will put it right back in the corner because she likes that corner. And another little piece of cork. We'll just hide back here. This is gonna be awesome for her. Now we gotta get some water though because I wanna water this whole thing before we put her in it. Oh yeah, what would this enclosure be without a rock? This is a cool rock that I found and we will just place it right over here. There's her water dish, which she will flip very soon. Now we're just gonna let that all soak in for a moment before we put her back in. All right, I literally love this enclosure. I think it turned out so good. There's so many places for her to climb, so much for her to explore. I think she's gonna absolutely love it. So let's go ahead and put it to the test because she's probably tired of her cup. Here she comes. What do you think? Ooh, I love it. Oh my God, it looks so cool. What do you guys think? Do you think we did good? I think this looks pretty good. It looks like a nice little slice of outside. And I actually do have a little LED that I can put on top just to help with the plant growth. And yeah, it's really cool. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like this video if you did, subscribe if you're not, and you want to be. Don't forget I have an Instagram that I use probably way too much. It's at Tarantula.Kat. You can go follow me there. I also have a Patreon podcast and a Teespring. It is all linked down below, and I will see you guys soon. Let's get into the Patreon pet picks now.